Hi everyone, it's Lars here and welcome back to Virtual Paddock. Today I'm lapping yet another Porsche prototype around the Nordschleife. This time it's an older one. This is the Porsche 917, and specifically the 1969 version, the very first 917. And this one was made for Assetto Corsa by Historic Sim Studios. And this car was fast, but also had a massive problem in that it was horribly unstable. To the point that when at the 1969 24 Hours of Le Mans, the DNF from the lead, with only about 3 hours to go, Richard Attwood was actually glad to DNF, because it meant that he didn't have to drive the car anymore. So let's see how scary this car is around the Nordschleife. Now it's actually kind of funny how Porsche figured out the problem, because after a test they noticed that the front of the car was absolutely covered in dead bugs, but the rear end wasn't. And so they determined that the airflow separated for the rear end of the car and essentially completely stalled the rear end. So it wasn't producing any downforce at the back, and the rear end became completely unpredictable. I guess you could call it nature's flow viz. Certainly quite unstable for Flugplatz. Even around here, even in almost in a straight line, I'm having to make corrections. Schwedenkreuz was awful there. Now, after they fixed the air issues, the car was actually slower in a straight line, but it was faster overall, and more importantly, the drivers had a lot more confidence. And I completely mess up Metzgersfeld too. I'm not very good yet in this car. I mean, it's a car that I've driven quite a bit. I come back to it like somewhat regularly. But it's definitely not my most driven car. Actually, the reason I took this to the Nordschleife today wasn't like simply me wanting to do another Nordschleife hot lap, because I do that so much on this channel. I hope it doesn't get too boring for you guys watching. But I actually just chose the Nordschleife because that's the track where I find the car like dancing around most. The track that I think really shows some of the stability issues that this car had. See, if you look at my wheel, if you look at just the attitude of the car, it's constantly dancing around. So this lap is definitely not going to be the fastest it can go. You see, it's actually going to be my first full Nordschleife lap with this car. I actually think I've only really gotten to about halfway this car around Nordschleife. I have driven quite a bit at other tracks. Done a bunch of laps at, I think, Road America. Old Spa. Was also quite tricky. I just think it's insane. The car was so awful to drive that drivers were glad to DNF from the lead after making it through most of the race. If I recall correctly, I think they had quite a significant margin. I think they were like a few laps ahead when they DNF'd. I really need to drive this car in VR sometime. Right, I made it through most of the lap. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm definitely gonna lift it. I clip the carb. Oh my god. I'm being very, very cautious here. Alright, I almost made it. $734.740. I mean, there's definitely a few seconds more in this. I was very cautious in a lot of places. And this is a tricky car to really get under control. I think Historic Sim Studios did a great job at making this car somewhat unpredictable. It definitely feels very different to drive compared to the 917K, which is in one of the Porsche packs, like who knows. But it's still very, very, very fun car to drive. It's a great challenge to really try to get this under control. And at some point I should try to, maybe I can get like under 730. Should definitely be possible with this car. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. So, till next time, use the downforce, and see you soon.